I figured I may as well do another video update since my family liked the last one. Today I went to a wedding of a former coworker of mine. Her English name is Amy, but I woke up, I got ready to go, wore a new dress, which I bought last weekend. I think I mentioned it in a blog from last weekend. If not, I was really excited because I got it on sale for half off. So, big fan of sales. I actually was a little too excited about the sale, so Autumn told me to take it easy. But yeah, today was Amy's wedding, and she had the white dress, which is expected. Then her parents, well, her dad wore a tux and her mom wore the hanbok that I wore for Chuseok and Lunar New Year. But the hanboks were a lot nicer because they weren't just the ones that EOS uses over and over and over and over again. They were really good quality, so they looked super nice. The same for the groom side, mom in the hanbok, dad in the tux. But they were actually seated at chairs on opposite ends, so they were kind of facing each other, and then they could watch their kids get married in the middle. So at the beginning of the ceremony, they were already up at the front sitting down, and then you would sit according to which side they were on. So Amy's parents were sitting on the left, and then everyone that was there for Amy also sat on the left. Then her husband's side, now husband, at the time groom, they were sitting on the right, and then everybody who was there for him did the same thing, sat on the right-hand side. Amy looked awesome in her dress. It was really pretty glittery, and I don't know, Amy's one of those people where if you see her and talk to her, she just has, it sounds really cliche, she has like a really joyful spirit about her. It's like when you're around her, you just are happy. She just has that kind of personality, and I haven't encountered many people like that. People with happy personalities certainly, but just the kind of person where she's so kind and so nice all the time that it's just, you see her and you feel excited to see her. Really genuinely excited all the time to see her. I sound really strange. But no, watched that. She didn't walk down the aisle with her dad, and they didn't have bridesmaids or anything like that. They have like a best friend kind of position, and she like fixes up her dress and does that sort of thing, but it's not like bridesmaids and groomsmen per se, really. They don't like wear anything special, which I'm sure my sister Kate would love because she has quite the collection of bridesmaids dresses, and you don't do that here. But yeah, the whole wedding was really chill. Everything looked really, really fancy, but then they're in front on the stage and everyone else is just kind of sitting in the audience, and for some reason the sound of the rain is distracting. It's been raining for 4 days, but it's monsoon season, so I don't know. But yeah, it's really chill. Everyone in the audience just is kind of talking, and they weren't, I mean, they're watching them get married and everything, but the whole time they're just kind of providing commentary. It's like if you go to, I don't know, maybe a drive-in movie in the States. They still have those. I know they do, places, but where you can sit in your car and talk about it if you feel like it, or just put on a movie to kind of facilitate conversation every once in a while. But no, everyone was just kind of watching, and then when it got to the important parts, then everyone kind of hushed up and paid attention. But it didn't last that long, especially compared to Catholic weddings that I'm used to. It didn't last very long at all. Maybe 20 minutes, something like that. Not very long. And at the end, Amy said, like, I'm an ajumma now. Because she's, like, married woman in Korea. She's ajumma now. And he did, his friends, apparently it's really, like, traditional for the guy friends to just kind of goof around with him and make him do something stupid. So they had him do a couple of push-ups randomly. But they hugged, and I think they did kiss 2 times, but it wasn't like a, you may now kiss the bride, bum, 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 bum. It wasn't really like that at all. So I've got a couple of videos of that if in case you are interested. Then they walked down the long kind of runway going to the stage. This sounds very strange as I'm describing it, so, but yeah, they walk down and they come out. Then everybody else goes to take pictures with them. So first the bride's family takes pictures, and then they have the groom's side of the family, and then both sides of the family, and then all like the extended family comes in, and a lot of the older women, they all are in hanbok, and the guys are all in really nice looking suits. So huge group of people, which you can see in my pictures later on. But after that, they actually have kind of like friend photo shoot kind of thing. So all of the friends get together, and all the friends of the guy are on, again, on one side, and So it's the exact same sides that we were sitting on, but for the picture. So it was entertaining because even though she's an English teacher and she has been for 2 or 3 years now, but it was funny because a couple people were surprised that there were white people at the wedding. But it was good. Took pictures, went out to get food. Amy and her husband changed into their hamboks for the food part of things, and then we ate a lot of really, really good food, hung out. Sarah was there, Ellen was there. Sarah is a current coworker of mine. She's been for the whole time since I've been here. I hang out with her a lot, and she went with me on the trip a few weekends ago when we had time off. And Ellen was also there. She doesn't work at EOS anymore, but she did up until February, so she went on the trip with me too. We've all just kept in touch. But yeah, both of them came along, ate together, hung out, saw Amy briefly, but I mean, they were busy greeting everyone, and there were just a ton of people. The food was so good, and obviously really different than any food that you would have at a wedding in the States. I mean, they had smoked salmon and pork cooked 1,000 ways, chicken cooked 1,000 ways, like a sushi kind of table. It's not technically kimbap if there's fish in it, I think, maybe raw fish. I think it's technically sushi still. But they had that, they had noodles, they had rice cake, yeah, lots of different stuff, and I enjoyed it. Then we headed back. Ellen, actually, we stopped by the school because my boss wanted to say hi to Ellen because she was a hard worker and just really respectful, so they liked her. So we stopped by the school, said hello, waited for Alice to get off of work, walked out with her, had papingsu. It's like this shaved ice, red beans, really delicious, even though it sounds gross probably to you. Desserts. We had that and the most disgusting cheesecake I've ever had in my entire life. I hate lemon desserts. I hate them. I think they taste like vomit. But this one was especially bad in that even my friends Autumn and Ellen, they were there at the time, but Alice was getting a facial. But even Ellen and Autumn thought it just tasted rank. So we didn't finish it. What else? We waited. Alice got done with her facial. I think it was either an hour or 2 hours. Either way, something really awesome that Kate, I bet you're envying right now. We got dinner. We had pasta at Basta Pasta, which I've been to once before, but it was way back in September. So it was kind of nice going with a different group of people, and now I'm home, and it's raining so hard right now. Like, when we were waiting for Ellen and Alice to catch their buses, we basically made an umbrella house for ourselves by standing in the middle and having our umbrellas all over us overlapping, because it's raining so hard that you get soaked. I mean, you don't get as soaked with an umbrella, but it's kind of unavoidable. You're gonna get wet if you go outside right now. But it's monsoon season, so I was thinking about buying some rain boots, but I figured they'd be a pain in the butt to take home, and since my mom gets here 4 weeks from Sunday, 1 month from today, I don't know why I'm saying 4 months. I don't have that much time left here, basically. I counted. I have 21 working days left, and that's it. So, I mean, there's one class of kids where I counted, and I literally only teach them 8 times before I go home. It's bizarre to me that somehow I'm at the end of my run. I remember getting here, and one of my coworkers had actually more time left than I do right now, and I remember thinking, my God, what is she thinking right now? The time has gone by so fast for her. And she said, and I assumed she was, it would be like that for me, but it's just really strange being in that position, because in some ways I feel like I have so much more to do here with my students, and it's so weird to be leaving them. You don't teach the same group of kids your whole teaching career, obviously, but when they're so little, it just seems like, and it's the middle of the school year technically, because it starts in February over here. It feels really weird to be leaving them, and I hope that my replacement will be really good for them and do a good job. So those are kind of the things that I'm thinking about. And when I'm at work and I'm really busy, then I'm thinking in some ways like it's good to be going home. I calculated how many hours I spent in the building in the whole year that I'm here, and it's like 2,200 and something. It's a really high number compared to not being in the real world. But so in some ways it's I'm really happy to go home and to go to a place where I have more control over the lesson plan and long-term planning, not just what are we doing this week, because I think long-term goals are awesome. That'll be nice, but whenever I hang out with all of my friends here, I feel sick to my stomach when I think about having to leave, because I just have a really great group of friends here and it's gonna be tough to go. I've got a lot to go home to, but I've got a lot that I'm leaving too. So that's about all, and I hope you enjoy my pictures. I'm gonna shut my mouth now and stop the awkwardness, but yeah, anybody who's reading this from home, I guess I'll see you sooner than later. Bye.